Hello, welcome back to my channel where I get to find anything I really want. This is my channel, not yours, and I don't do I want to know. Yes. Today, I would like to talk about Starbucks. Wait. I know that hashtag you guys made me famous because of my last Starbucks video. You didn't, but you mean it got like 50,000 views, so it's like kind of like a big deal. Like, don't mind me. Oh my god. Stop, please, hold the applause. Oh my gosh, jeez, guys. Like, I've been asked many a times to do another Starbucks video. I am going to do a video about some of the craziest or funniest, weirdest stories that I've encountered rounding on 3 years at Starbucks. Without further ado, drumroll please. Crazy Starbucks stories! Don't get me wrong, Starbucks is a great place to work at, but customer service in general can be very difficult, especially at a store as well known as Starbucks, because people expect a lot from us. You just need to smile and keep on trucking. The first story I will title A Caged Animal. So yeah, this happened just a few months ago. This girl walks in, there's only 2 of us working at the time, and I was making drinks, busy working my little buttocks off, if you will. Spitting down my rhymes, throwing in some milk, some vanilla syrup, some espresso shots, doing my thing. The person on the register, she was putting a sandwich in the oven, and so there was no one like at the register, which happens sometimes, there's only 2 people out on the floor. And the girl at the oven was gonna go help her out in like 1 second once she put the sandwich in the oven. The customer gets there, and then my coworker was like, oh, I'll be right with you. And then here I am just like minding my own business, making my drinks. She's an older lady, she goes, okay, excuse me? I like don't realize what she said because I just wasn't paying attention. And there's a little, like a half glass wall, I don't know if you guys can imagine that at a Starbucks, like all Starbucks that I've been to have them, between me and the customer. And then all of a sudden, I get this like tap on the glass, like, she's like, excuse me! I'm like, And then I look to my left, and I'm like, did she just really tap on the glass right now? I'm like, yes, what can I do for you? What's nice about it? This girl freaking taps on my glass as if I am a caged animal, saying, excuse me, when my coworker was gonna be right with her. She even said, I'll be right with you, but she had no patience. She decides to tap on my glass and try to like shatter my little glass and cut my face. It was just such a shock. I have never had a customer tap on that glass as if it was okay to start rattling the glass and get my attention. As if like we weren't gonna help her. This is another scenario more likely than just like one specific story. I'll call this one, I needs to decaf. That's what I'm gonna call it. A customer will come in like at 7 in the morning, and they'll come in 7, 8, 9 even sometimes, okay, and they'll be like, oh, I am so tired, or, I've had such a long night, or like, I am so hungover, I just need caffeine. And I'm like, girl, I get it, I got you, you've come to the right place. And I'm like, what do you need? I'll give you an extra shot. They'll be like, oh, can I get like a decaf latte? And I'm like, girl, you want decaf, but you just said you're really tired. We have a bunch of caffeinated drinks, if you will, and you get decaf. My surprise, every single time. This is actually a pretty crazy story. I'm gonna call it the foam flicker. This happened in the very early stages when I wasn't like the best at making drinks or like amazing at doing stuff. When you steam milk, if you're not a barista, what we call like aerate the milk, and it like creates the foam, and depending on how long you do it and how well you keep your steam on and like the edge of the milk, it'll change the thickness of the foam that you make. And when we make caramel macchiatos, you know, the famous Starbucks caramel macchiato, infamous if you will, we put caramel drizzle on the top of it. If it's done right, which I can do now, if it's done right, then the caramel drizzle, if you like squeeze it lightly enough, will stay on top of the drink, and it's super good, you know. This girl had come in and asked for, I don't even know the specifics, it was like a caramel macchiato but with thick foam. I made it. I'm like, okay, I understand how to do this. I got this. Did it the first time. In my opinion, it was fine. Sure, like all the caramel didn't stay on top, but there's definitely some that stayed on top. I tried my best. Here you go. So I'm like, whatever, I forget her name. Jessica, here's your caramel macchiato. She takes off the lid and she looks at it. She's like, excuse me? I'm like, yeah. She's like, did you put any caramel drizzle on here? I'm like, yeah. And I definitely put it on top, like it might have fallen through. She's like, oh, I asked for it with thick foam, but I need it remade. Like, okay, like sorry, let me try it over again, let me do it for you. I'll make sure to get it right this time. I redo it, given I am so nervous, I tried my best. Again, this time it was better. I saw the drizzle on top, not all of it, but a good amount. I'm like, okay, she's gonna like this. Give it to her. And she looks at it, she looks at me. She dips her little finger in it, she flicks it at me. She flicks the foam on me, and she's like, does this look like caramel drizzle to you or just foam? I don't see any foam on here, it's just liquid. And then she starts flicking it at me, literally flicking this drink at me, and I'm like, oh, well obviously I can't do it right. I can have someone else make it for you if you want, because I can't do it right. She's like, no, I'll just have to drink this because I have to go to work already. That's just one story of me trying my hardest when I was still a green bean, if you will. She freaking takes the drink, scoops it out, and flicks it on me. Like, I understand if you're mad and angry that I can't do what you want. Like, I was saying, like, I'll have someone else come do it for you that I know can do it well. But she just stormed off, and she freaking flicks the drink at me. Like, that is too far. I have dealt with rude customers. I can do it well. I'm great at fending them off, knowing what to say, knowing how to calm down the situation. But wow, someone freaking flicked the drink I made for them back at me. That was the most surprised I think I've ever been at any customer. Okay, it's time for the real gross stories. For real. These are actually really gross stories. And they're about poop. Yes, you heard me correctly. That's a P-O-O-P. It's a palindrome, so spelled forwards and backwards. P-O-O-P, P-O-O-P, poop. The first one happened a long time ago, thankfully. We had someone walk into the bathroom. I guess they were in there for a long time. I don't pay attention. Apparently this girl was in there for a V-long time. The other girl walks in and she comes out and she's like, I think you guys need to check your restroom. I tell my supervisor to go in and check the bathroom. She checks it, she comes out. She's like, Justin, come in here now. And I'm like, okay. And I go in and I'm like, oh. This girl had gone into our bathroom, decided to poop on our floor, take the poop and wipe it all over the walls. Literally, she wiped her shit on our walls. She defecated on the floor and wiped it on our walls. On our walls. Need I tell you guys how disgustingly, terribly, horribly, other words, I don't even know where I'm going with this, just how bad it smelled in that bathroom. So we called them hazmat, which is like, I don't know if you guys know what hazmat is, but it's like this crazy, it's like the group of people that come with like their chemical wear and like clean up toxic things. So that was insane. This was a really sentimental, I guess, if you will, moment I had with a customer. So I have this pride pin on my apron. Starbucks is pretty cool about a lot of like minority groups and stuff. They have a lot of pins for different groups, and that one's called the Pride Alliance. I have that on my apron that I wear to work, and he's like an older guy. A lot of people comment on my pin. Like, oh, I really love your pin. People will be like, oh, can we get one of those? But usually they'll just be like, oh, I love that pin. I'm like, oh, thanks. It's the Pride Alliance for Starbucks, a little long, like, move on. But this one guy, I ring him up, I was on register, he got like a coffee and a bagel. I gave him his coffee there, and that's when he's like, oh, I really like your pin. That's super cool that you can be proud of that. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. Like, super cool that Starbucks does things like this for the employees. Went to go put cream in his coffee, and then I just went out to the lobby to hand him his bagel because there was no one there. And then he was like, I'm really proud of you. I really respect you for wearing that pin and being proud to be a part of that community. He's like, can I give you a hug? And I'm like, sure, like, for sure. He's like, be proud of who you are and be loud. I'm like, oh, thank you. So that was just a really cool, like, sentimental moment I had with some, like, older guy that I, like, I just did not expect. He seemed, like, very quiet, very to himself. So I thought that was really, really cool. But yeah, there are some crazy entitled customers who come into Starbucks expecting that we'll do anything for them. That's just customer service for you. It's very tiresome. Those are just some of the stories I've encountered working at Starbucks. It's crazy to work there sometimes. It's great, it's wonderful, but like, we get some customers who just think they can do whatever they want. If you want more Starbucks videos, let me know. I'm here for you. Please like, subscribe, comment. Please do comment. Like, if you work at Starbucks, some stories that you have and you want to share, or if you want to know more about Starbucks, tell me what you want to know. And like this video because, I don't know, if you like me, then like it. But if you don't like me, still like it. And subscribe because I love to talk to you. If you subscribe, then you'll know when I want to talk to you. So subscribe and do that, and I'll see you on the next video. I promise. Okay, bye!